Hey guys, it's your crash consultant, Jack Pierce. Uh, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about saving deductibles. Everybody always wants to save the deductible. You know, back in the day, it was real easy to save deductibles. The insurance companies would come in there and they'd write them up, and they'd override them, and they always put used. Nine times out of 10 they'd put OEM parts, and then you could go in there and you could get some used stuff, and shave some money off here, shave some money off there, shave a little off the labor, and come up with something. And back then, deductibles were 250, and 500. 500 was rare. Now they've gone to 1,000, and the insurance companies have gotten it down to where they pay the least amount that they can, but still, enough to get the job done. I'm not trying to say that your insurance companies are lowballing the hell out of it or anything. I mean, most of the time I've always found that they'll come out and rise to the occasion and do what needs to be done to get the car fixed. But they're using nothing but aftermarket parts any chance they can, simply because aftermarket parts are the cheapest parts there are out there. And you only get to use OEM if there's no aftermarket available, there's no LKQ available, and there's no recondition available. So then you can use OEM unless your car is brand new. If your car is brand new, it's got, I think, under 5,000 miles. They'll just write it all new stuff right off the bat, which is, that's always the best scenario. I mean, I can write an estimate and have, back used to, I would have, one or two companies giving me the parts for the vehicle for the repair. And now you might have 7 different parts places bringing you parts on the same job. I mean, it's just, it's insane. It's nothing but a headache. They've got Parts Trader out there, which is what it is. It's like a big search engine. You put your job out there, which is your car, and all, your estimate, and all the parts that you need, and then everybody will come in there and they'll look at they'll view that, and everybody will bid on those parts. So then they want you to pick the cheapest ones out there. And it might be somebody that might not have any kind of reputation yet, or might have a bad reputation or whatever. I mean, I've sat there and picked these companies to bring me the parts, and then they wait for days and they never show up. And then when you call them, they don't know what you're talking about, or they've dropped the ball, or somebody's dropped the order. It never fails. I hate using Parts Trader. I hate the fact that your car came in there with Ford, say it's a Ford car, your car came in with Ford parts. It was built with Ford parts. It ought to go out the door with Ford parts. Whether they're LKQ or whether they're OEM brand new, it ought to go out the door with Ford parts. It shouldn't go out the door with parts that aren't made by Ford, because that's not what you brought your car in there for. And that's not what you brought it in with. Anyways, they've made it where it's almost an impossibility to save deductibles anymore. And now at a time when your deductibles are higher than ever, and money's hard to come by, and it's just almost like an act of God to end up getting to save money on a deductible for somebody. I've had situations where the insurance company will write to replace a wheel. We can repair the wheel, and I'll let the customer know, hey, we can repair this. Or let's say it's got a scratch in it or something, and the insurance company, they'll at least pay to get it repaired. And if you're okay, if you can live with that, 'cause a lot of people got road rash on their wheels, and if you can live with that, then it's no big deal. And there's money right there. You've got to go in there and you've got to find the parts that you're not putting on it, or the job process that you're not doing to it. And that's where you're going to save your money. If there's no places to do any of that, then there's no places to save any money, unless the body shop just wants to, save your deductible for you. I know that a lot of PDR guys, which are the guys that go in there and knock the hell out, and PDR stands for painless dent repair, and they'll go in there and they push the dents out from behind, and so they, they used to all the time. They would say, "Yeah, no problem, we'll save you deductible," and wouldn't worry about it. But those things were so marked up, and it was so, and PDR is nothing but labor, so there's really not a whole lot of parts involved. They'll PDR them every chance they get. So the days of saving deductibles are just getting harder and harder to find. I do know that, if there's people out there and you live in my area and you want to get in contact with me and you want me to help you get your car repaired or help you with the process, just give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to help you with it, and we'll just discuss it all then. So anyways, this is your crash consultant, Jack Pierce, and I'm signing off, guys, and hope y'all have a good evening. Thank you.